You just walked a three-bed ranch, nice bones. Needs work. Your contractor says, I can do this for 30 bucks a square foot. You do the math. 1,500 square feet, $45,000. You write the number down and move on. 6 weeks later, you're standing in that same house holding an invoice for $62,000 wondering what the hell happened. Here's what happened. You budgeted in buckets instead of line items, and buckets leak. Dollar per square foot estimates are not estimates. They're guesses dressed up as math. They tell you nothing about where money actually goes, which means when your contractor hits you with change orders for subfloor replacement and knob and tube rewiring, you've got no idea if those were scope creep or always part of the deal. Real budgets have line items, lots of them. Start with your major categories: demo, structural, plumbing, electrical, HVAC, roofing, exterior, flooring, kitchen, bathrooms, paint, landscaping, general conditions. That's your framework. Now break each category into actual tasks. This is where most people stop too early. They write, kitchen $12,000 and call it done. That is not a line item. That is still a bucket. Kitchen is demo. Kitchen is cabinets, countertops, backsplash, sink, faucet, disposal, appliances, lighting, flooring transition where the tile meets the hardwood. Every single piece gets its own line with its own cost. Why does this matter? Because when your contractor says the kitchen's running over, you need to know if it's the cabinets or the countertops. You need to know if you specified quartz and he installed marble. You need receipts. You need accountability. You can't manage what you can't measure. Now here's the part nobody talks about. Your costs are not my cost. A bathroom gut in Houston is $4,000. That same bathroom in Boston is $9,000. National averages are worthless. You need local pricing, which means you need a price book, your own database of what things actually cost in your market. After 3 or 4 projects, you'll know exactly what a tub-to-shower conversion runs. You'll know what vinyl plank costs installed. You'll know the going rate for popcorn ceiling removal per square foot. This is not busy work. This is your competitive advantage. While other investors are guessing, you're quoting real numbers. Now let's talk about how this actually works in practice. During your scope walk, you're not just taking notes. You're building your budget in real time. Demo the carpet. Line item, $700. Replace the water heater. Line item, $1,400 installed. Patch and paint the living room. Line item, $800. FlipMantis has a rehab scope tracker built right into the platform. You add your line items as you walk the property. You attach photos to each one so you remember why you flagged it. You assign costs. The system totals everything and feeds that number directly into your underwriting calculator. No spreadsheet, no retyping. Your scope walk becomes your budget, becomes your offer. But here's the thing, even with perfect line items, you're going to miss stuff. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. Which is why you always build in contingency. 10% for cosmetic rehabs where you're painting and replacing flooring. 15 to 20% for gut jobs where you're opening walls. You will find termite damage. You will find galvanized plumbing that needs replacing. You will find framing that's not to code. Contingency is not pessimism, it's realism. It's the difference between a deal that makes $23,000 and one that loses $11,000. So here's your system. Categories. Then line items under every category, local costs for each line. Photos attached, contingency baked in. When you walk a property now, you're not estimating. You're engineering a budget that actually survives contact with reality. Next lesson, we're taking that detailed budget and using it to get contractor bids without getting burned. Because a great budget means nothing if your contractor treats it like a suggestion instead of a contract.